Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast episode 69. Tonight, we're talking the aftermath of Christmas. And we are going to be talking about Wind Waker, Fortnite, and our New Year's resolutions. All that and more. Hello and Merry Nintendo Pals Podcast to you. My name is Andros, and I make up one half of the hosts of this show, and the other half is here as well, and that is Micah.
Yep.
Micah, I don't know if you realize this, but I try to do this intro slightly different every time. I don't want it to get too repetitive. But most of the time it just kind of comes out as gibberish. Not unlike the rest of the show. So, welcome.
You just came across as extra amped.
Yeah.
With just a little dash of maybe a little psychoticness. But I think that's good for...
Hyped up on all that sugar from my candy, my stocking candy. You know how it be? You got like a full freaking sleeve of Hershey's chocolate here.
Those are good.
Yeah. Well, welcome if you're new here. You're probably like, well, is this how it always is? I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like this. Is it not? You're kind of getting what you get. Micah, how was your Christmas, man?
It was pretty good.
That is on brand. Thank you for being on brand with us tonight.
You're welcome.
Our Christmas was fantastic. I absolutely love Christmas. Favorite holiday by a long shot. It is the most wonderful time of the year where we get to give gifts, get gifts, hang with family, and, just celebrate the reasons for the season. And what better way to celebrate than hanging out with you here tonight, Micah? Well,
your wife might have some words about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a couple better ways to celebrate. But this is in the top 5, probably top 5 ways to celebrate Christmas.
Yeah. It's definitely not in the bottom 5, at least.
Yeah, if you're watching the video version of the podcast, you get some nice little wreaths with lights, and I'm wearing a Santa hat. My me is wearing a Santa hat. Micah's me is wearing a hat. His real life situation is Yoshi is there. Can you spot the Yoshi?
Green.
He's green. Yeah. Wow, it's very festive. We're so festive here. Well, Micah, I was going to start this with like our usual icebreaker of like, how the heck are you? But, I kind of already asked that. And let's talk about our Christmas hauls, man. What kind of cool stuff did you get this year for Christmas, man?
Well, the first thing I got was an electric razor, which is nice.
You guys notice his buttery smooth face.
It's nice. Yeah. So no more excuses. Mostly. I still got a little bit of like.
Wait, did you not have
first time using it?
Did you not have an electric razor before?
No, I just used the disposable head razor things.
Oh, that's horrible.
Shavings.
Yeah, I mean,
not a fan of shaving.
They're not. It gets a nice shave, but it just is time consuming.
Yeah. So this is nice. That's a lot quicker.
Yeah. Well, that's the first thing you got. What's the second thing you got?
Second thing I got was backwards. Clubhouse 51 games.
Oh, yeah.
For your recommendation to my parents so we could play.
Yep.
I was like, oh, yeah. Andros recommended this, didn't he?
Listen, messaged Micah's family and was like, these are some games that he wants, but he will never buy for himself. And I think I sent Clubhouse 51 games, Mario Golf, and Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Three Houses, yeah.
And
I saw the list. They showed me afterwards.
Unfortunately, like everything was sold out. They were trying to find them on Amazon, at Walmart. Like everything was.
Yeah, this was the first one that became available again or something. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Everything's just like gone.
Even the digital codes for things were completely sold out, which I don't
Doesn't make
understand
sense.
how
does
that
work?
works. Yeah, that's like what they just like
Just
ran out of letters to use for the codes.
Don't they just give them numbers and then you're good?
Like, we used every combo of the like 20-digit passcode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Well, do you have anything else you want to highlight? You picked up, snagged on Christmas?
That was it.
That's it.
Pretty low key.
Listen,
We just like to chill.
I had a low key Christmas as well. I didn't get too many gifts myself. In fact, what I'm going to be talking about and showing off a lot of stuff is my son got a lot of stuff. You can kind of see in the background.
It's a little when you become a parent.
It's a little blurred because of my lens, but back there we have he got a plushie Bulbasaur and a plushie Diddy Kong. Actually, maybe I should just grab those and show them. Hold on.
It kind of just look like they're in a fish tank. Oh, those are bigger than they looked.
yeah, they do. It's because it's pretty far back there. And now, proof for anybody watching the video that I'm not using a green screen. I had several people be like, "It looks like you're on a green."
It seriously does, though. That's what I thought, and I've been in your house. I thought maybe you just took like a picture of something and set it up as a background.
Yeah, it's just the. I guess it's just the way the blur effect. The blur effect looks, but it looks really nice. Yeah. Yes, Schlimtor Chat says it does look like that until the cat shows up in the back, because that's sitting on the cat's like food stand. Yeah, and then besides that, I picked we have a tradition every Christmas Eve. We open up a pair of Christmas pajamas that we get to wear, and boom, I got Donkey Kong.
Oh, nice.
Winter
for
pajamas.
Year of the Donkey Kong?
For Donkey Kong December. Yeah. It's pretty great. And they're like Christmas ones too, which is extra funny that they're not just like Donkey Kong there. And then my wife also forgot that she had already gotten these as well, or couldn't decide between the two. So I got two. I got Animal Crossing
nice.
ones. Yeah. Yeah. So those are pretty cool, except I don't wear pajamas. I usually just wear basketball shorts for bed. I get too warm. So these are mostly for lounging. Maybe I'll stream in them.
I mean, pajamas, super comfy. Nice just chill around the house.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're good pajamas, I should say. I'm sure not all pajamas are good.
And then so besides that, my big gift this year was really the microphone and the camera. The camera I got as a gift early before Christmas from my mother-in-law. So shout out to her. It is awesome. I am loving it. I'm loving making videos with it. But for Christmas itself, I got a nice gaming mouse. Looks like a little spaceship. And from my folks, a really nice display Pokeball. Like, this thing is made of actual metal. It lights up on contact.
It seriously injure an intruder.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. They were like, don't let your kids throw that. It will probably break something. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And it comes in this really neat display case as well that lights up. Yeah. And
super cool.
My son got Just Dance 2021. He got a Pac-Man Monopoly, and he got Mario Kart. Actually, I'm just going to have to go grab this, Micah. Have you seen the Mario Kart Hot Wheels? Did you play Hot Wheels as a kid?
Not a ton, but I do have. We probably got rid of them at this point, but I did have quite a few, I guess.
So it's pretty funny.
I don't remember playing with them because I was young.
my little brother and my little sister both got him the exact same present. They didn't coordinate. So he has 2 of these. Yeah, it's pretty funny. And then from my dad, he got this. Oh wait, I should. Hold on. You guys can hear it. Yeah. It's Lego Mario. It's super cool, actually. I thought these were Duplos. They are not. They are actually small Legos. So
the question is, who's played with it more, you or your children?
Listen, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that out of this, okay? No, I actually had to put together most of it, and then he's played with it a whole bunch, and he really likes making him jump around. You can like.
I heard it one time. What the? Sounded really weird to me for a second.
Yeah, my hand registered as red, so he was like,
like a lava.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And he collects coins and stuff, and then you can like play the levels. I like it. I think it's really neat. In fact, we got some Christmas money. My daughter was also really interested in this, so we're going to go get... This week, we're probably going to go pick up the Lego Luigi so they can play together.
Nice.
Yeah, it comes with a lot in the set.
Who's going to be player 2?
I think my son actually really wanted to play with the Luigi one more. But we'll see. Yeah. And then my son got me this shirt. Picked it out himself and everything. It's this nice Super Mario shirt. And I got another one that I couldn't find. I was trying to find before the podcast. And instead of saying Super Mario in the Super Mario logo, it says Super Daddy-O. I thought that was pretty great. Yeah. So it was a good Christmas haul for Nintendo stuff for us. We had a good time with that. And then, talking Christmas haul, Nintendo stuff, you got Clubhouse 51 games, which is like a Christmas present for me, because now we can play that together.
Yeah, that was my Christmas present for you. You're welcome.
And my brother got the new Mario Party, so we'll be playing that with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, Christmas was awesome. Had a great time. I got to tell you this story, Micah. This has nothing to do with Nintendo here, but Micah knows this story, but I'm gonna tell everybody else this story. I surprised my wife, and I bought her a one wheel. If you don't know what a one wheel is, it is like a skateboard mixed with like a Segway kind of deal. It has a single wheel, and then the board is on either side of that. So like a single wheel in the middle, and it is motorized and moves like a Segway based off where you lean. Kind of like a hoverboard, I guess, but with a single wheel, and you ride it like a skateboard. It was slightly over our Christmas budget. Slightly a lot over our Christmas budget. But I really wanted to surprise my wife. I actually purchased it used. And it was covered in a lot of stickers and decal, and it was pretty beat up. But I got a very nice deal on it. So I learned how to buff plastic. And I buffed out the scratches, cleaned off all the sticker decals, and made it look as like new as I could. And then I wrapped it so it looked like it was a bicycle. Because she had bike.
More like a moped in mine.
Yeah,
Close enough.
She had bike on her list, and so I wrapped it to look like that. I knew she would want the one wheel a lot more than a bike, and that's why I went this route versus getting a bike. And so,
because it would have been difficult to make the bike look like a one wheel.
Yeah, that would have made maybe put like a picture of a bike.
This was the logical decision.
Also, I think if I had done it reverse, she would have been sorely disappointed that she got a bike as opposed to a one wheel. Please say you took a picture of it wrapped like the bike, says Fairbear in chat. Yes, I did. I actually have a video. I'll post it out on our Discord. And yeah, that was super, super fun. It was really fun to get to surprise my wife. I had her open her first present, which was a helmet. She was like, just sealed the deal that she was getting a bike. But nope. It's the most fun to me to like do these trick wrappings. In fact, we got a board game for our friends, and I wrapped it in like 7 boxes, and I wrapped each box individually.
Did you duct tape the boxes closed?
No, I didn't do anything like that. Although my brother-in-law this year, for for his brother, he like used a padlock, zip ties, and he made the thing a vault to get into, you know? Crazy. And I don't even think I think it was like a shirt. That's what he got me inside.
Better than it being something fragile that they end up breaking trying to open the box.
Yeah. And then for those watching the video, I will describe this for audio listeners, but we had this really cool, we got a board game from our friends, and they made this really cool custom Christmas card for us that is showing up backwards on the thing, but it's Link with a Santa hat. It says, "Hey, listen," on the front. It was like, I feel like I have to keep this and like frame it. It's really nice looking. Yeah. But Micah, did you know what? We got a Christmas present from the audience.
We did.
We got a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Hey, we asked for that for Christmas. Listen, it's not too late. You could be a late gifter. Hop on to Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, or Audible and leave us a 5-star review on Nintendo Pals Podcast. It really helps out the show get discovered, and you could get a shout-out just like Brian Eck. Brian Eck left us a 5-star review, says, a must-sub Nintendo podcast. And further says, I've listened to many gaming and Nintendo podcasts in the past few years, and Nintendo Pals ranks up there with the very best. It's one of the hidden gems I stumbled upon in 2021, and I'm so glad I did. Like a fine glass of wine, the show continues to improve with age. Each episode getting better and better. He must have gone back and listened to our first ones.
Yeah, like, ooh, boy.
Like, yeah, it definitely has aged better by comparison.
Yeah. You probably didn't start with the first episodes.
The show continues to improve with age, each episode getting better and better. Andros and Micah's knowledge of Nintendo is great, and I really enjoy the hosts not getting too caught up in leaks and rumors. Their stories and conversation between the two really show they are passionate fans of Nintendo. Very well informed, great guests, no talk of politics, and family-friendly listening. What more could you ask for? Great show. Thank you. No, Brian, thank you for the 5-star review and for listening.
I thought that thank you was you already thanking them.
No. It was a thank you. He ends it with a thank you to us. After all that, no, we should be thanking Brian. So appreciate that. Thank you so much for the 5-star review. If you want to get a shout out on the show, please do. I mean, even if you don't want to get a shout out on the show, I mean, you could just put that in there. Like, please don't shout me out.
Don't shout out.
I hope I'm not like...
If that's what's keeping you from leaving a review.
Listen, we
can work something out.
Yeah, we can work something. You can leave 5-star reviews without putting words in, and then we don't know what... we don't know who sent it.
And we probably won't go through all the effort of tracking you down and finding you, so
we will
you're
find
probably
you,
safe.
and we will thank you.
Publicly.
Yeah, I did like that.
Of people to see.
You know, that is something we've never really like talked about on the show, but we don't talk politics. I mean, that's just not something we Mike and I are like not really
I don't even talk politics ever.
Yeah, particularly involved IRL, but it's just not something we will talk about on the show. Sorry, unless you want to talk like Wind Waker versus Ocarina of Time, then we get very political. We have our Micah has his picket signs, and he is standing outside the Nintendo headquarters with a
educating the people.
Yeah. Oh man. No, I appreciate that. And family friendly. It's something we love Nintendo because it's family friendly. That's just kind of where we gravitate towards. Whether you have kids, you don't. It's more fun this way. More people can enjoy. And there's plenty of other shows if you don't like that that cover those bases. Not so many that cover the family-friendly bases, unfortunately, in the gaming sphere. But we got you covered. I don't really have a segue out of this into the next part of the show, Micah. So with that, I guess thank you so much again, Brian, for the wonderful Christmas present of a 5-star review. And let's head to the first segment of our show, which is the Nintendo news. No, it's not. It's what you playing.
No, it's not.
Anytime I have to play the sound effect twice, it's just a shame. Like, how do I forget the order our show goes in every single week? What you playing? What you playing, Micah? What have you been playing lately, dude?
Not too much. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Unite. Since my friend that I usually play once a week with is in town, we've been sleeping at my house. He essentially goes to stay with his family most of the day, but then comes back here to sleep and we hang out. But we've been playing a lot of Pokemon Unite in person, which is nice.
That is cool.
I've decided that Talonflame is the best Pokemon.
Oh, you switched mains.
Yep. Although, yeah. First time I tried Talonflame, I thought they were terrible, but that's because I was terrible at Talonflame. They played different than the other people I had been playing at that point. But besides that, I have to log on every day to Fortnite to get all my sweet rewards.
Oh yeah, opening them presents, not just in real life, but in Fortnite.
And
also sitting in front of the
by the fire. Yep.
I am literally doing that right now.
Wow.
Earning XP while we podcast. Got to do it.
That's some smart thinking, multitasking.
Listen, though, it's not actually earning experience points. It earns like supercharge XP, which I think just applies to when you play. Your experience goes up more and faster.
Yeah, you get like bonus experience. To the amount
how it works exactly.
Of your supercharged experience, yeah.
It seems a little overly complicated for what it is, but it's there, and I've been doing it. I'm also very far into the level up for the season, so I'm very hopeful I'll actually be able to hit the 200 that I'm aiming for to get those sweet alternate costumes for the Spider-Man skin.
Yeah, I don't remember. Does it get more difficult to level up once you get higher?
I think
it just does? The same base.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not as
worried.
I can't think of the word. I don't need to get to level 200 as much as you feel like you do, but at the same time, I feel like I need to be a higher level than you. So it's like the same thing. Which currently, I believe I'm failing. Last I checked, we were the same level, and I haven't played since. I'm sure you've played a couple times.
Yeah, I do think you have the opportunity to pass me up, though, because you were playing more regularly than me for a bit, and now I'm playing a little bit more regularly than you. So getting those daily quests and the daily XP
all the daily stuff. I haven't hopped on really for to play in almost a week, I guess. But I've played a few matches here and there. I remember I played some Jump King, and also my guest Kyle has played some Jump King, and he has beaten the original campaign.
What?
So
what?
you should feel bad about yourself.
I should. Holy cow! He beat it in that short of a time.
Yeah, I think it is a total time of in the 5 hours. So you got to step it up, yo.
Apparently so. My goodness. Now, I mean, to be fair, Kyle's no novice gamer. He is
not at all.
He is quite the game player. And he
hasn't had as much opportunity to play.
He was forged in the fire of couch co-op with Micah.
Smash Bros. Back in the day, yo. Both of our families played a bunch.
Yeah.
And there was no mercy for the young.
It's true. His older brothers were merciless at that game, man. They were brutal.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. Settle it in Smash, says Schlimtor. Always.
My favorite way to settle things. That or arm wrestling Micah. People I know are weaker than me.
Two things that he has done with me. Thank you for that. Just
I
wait.
can't remember if in the last. I think it was in the last week. I beat the new Babe Plus
Yeah.
in Jump King, and I've sworn to myself I'm not going to start the whatever third one is, the Haunted Something Babe.
I think I might
No,
just need to do that one because then you will.
no.
If I beat that
Yeah,
one,
you would.
you
No,
will.
you'll have to put
play.
in 20 hours before you beat that one. I'm pretty sure. If it is more difficult than the second one, I mean, listen. In the second one, there's a fall at the end that takes you back so unbelievably far if you hit things wrong. Like
Oh no.
practically the entire original campaign, it felt like. And you have like this underwater section that you go through that takes forever. It is absolutely brutal. And I fell from there so many times.
Wait,
It is the worst.
there's an underwater section in New Babe Plus?
Yeah.
The ice one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It goes on so long.
Oh
It is
gosh.
so long.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, maybe I won't be
It
playing
is it is truly not worth it. I don't recommend it. And I have the feeling the third one is just going to be even worse. So there's no
it just
way.
starts you in water in the third one, and
Yeah,
the
I hate it.
trajectory is so wonky.
And everything is so slow.
Yeah.
You get used to like the fast paced jumping, and then it just feels like everything takes so long.
Yeah.
So I mean, I say that
What a
now, but who
game.
knows? Maybe in a month I'll try it out and regret everything.
What a game. Well, anything else you've been playing?
Like, well, I guess I have played a little 51 games.
Yeah, we played
I
some
had too
today.
much time.
We played some today.
Yeah, we started our 6-ball puzzle rivalry up again, kind of.
Yeah.
We both won one match. We both smashed each other in the one match, though. So
Yeah.
who knows? Like,
We haven't played for a while. I felt very rusty.
oh yeah, for sure.
It's pretty funny
You
though.
have to
my
get like
son,
the perfect touch to balance marbles, so they like when you drop them, they fall cascading the right ways.
It's really funny though, because while we were playing, my son comes in. He's like, "Well, if I was playing with you guys, I would beat you both."
Yeah.
He's 4.
It's time for your son to grow up. And
So actually did play with him, and he actually held his own quite well, and he is very good at getting the line combo going. So
oh, nice.
So yeah, he's improved his game. He's been playing off the clock, off my
He's been
clock.
training
Anyway.
to beat you.
Yeah, he's like, someday I will join the ranks. He's quite a good little gamer. But he's been distracted playing the new Just Dance. Like I was saying, he got that and has a lot of songs that he actually knows, which is pretty cool because it's a more modern version than what we've had.
Nice. So there's songs that have come out after he's been born.
Yes.
Instead of before.
Yeah, exactly. For me, I have also been playing some Fortnite and played a little bit of Clubhouse 51 games, and probably the thing. I also got a little bit farther in my Nuzlocke run in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I am really enjoying that. I have a long ways to go. It feels like it's going a little slow. Like I want it to go a little bit faster, but it also is getting harder, Nuzlocke-wise. I seriously had all of my Pokemon at, like, no HP. They were all in yellow and red. And I was like, I have 2 potions left, and I've committed to not go to Pokemon centers, guys. So, like, I'm going to start losing people here very quickly.
But you can still buy things from Pokemarts?
No, I'm not doing that either.
Oh, none of that?
No.
Just healing by leveling up, or how's that work?
I hit a story point where it healed me. Thank goodness. Like, literally, I was like, I am dead. I've got to leave this cave, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go and watch all my guys die slowly.
You gotta go beat up some, like, level 4 Pidgeys until you level up.
Leveling up does not heal you.
Oh, it doesn't?
It does not.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, so I hit a story healing moment. Now, in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, there are moments in the game where you are forced to partner up with another trainer, an NPC, for a certain segment of the game, and
Oh yeah,
in those,
you have like
after
doubles battles and things.
yep, after every single battle, they heal you up. I don't know if that was the case in the original, but it is the case in this game. And so I found a partner character in a cave. And here's the problem. I think I found them much later than I was supposed to, because I had cleared the entire cave trainers in all these double battles. And I was like, man, there's like
It'd be
double
real nice to have
battles
a partner
everywhere.
for all these.
Yeah. It actually probably was beneficial for me because I probably gained more experience
All the
doing it the way I did. Yeah. But then found that person and then just had to fight a bunch of wild Pokemon to get out of the cave and bring them to the exit of the cave, and they healed me up each time. Oh, it was so close. I was feeling very, very scared. So yeah, now I'm towards the next gym. I need to, like, I don't know. I guess I just got to survive till the next point of that. And I don't know when that is. I know that it happens at least 2 more times. You pair with a guy who's got a Lucario, and then you pair with a guy in the post game. But besides that, hopefully I don't die.
Has your only casualty been Magikarp still?
I lost my cousin. I don't remember what Pokemon that was,
you.
but I remember his name. I feel like I
That's
should.
the problem with giving your Pokemon nicknames.
Yeah, like my cousin who was not a Bidoof.
For some reason, Bidoof kept coming to mind, but
Yeah,
I figured
no.
you'd remember if you lost to Bidoof.
Was it a Geodude I lost? I don't remember. I really don't remember. But I will. I'll come back next week and report on it, because I'll probably have lost someone else. But yeah. 2 casualties. This one was worse than Magikarp, because this one was a useful Pokemon. If only I could remember what it was. It's going to come to me at some point.
Magikarp would have been useful if you
if I made it to
got the Gyarados.
Yep. I know it. So besides that, I played Wind Waker, and I finished Wind Waker.
You finished the second greatest Legend of Zelda game ever made.
I finished
slightly behind Breath of the Wild.
I finished the Wind Waker, Micah. That's what I finished. Where does it fall in my category listing? I'm going to talk about that in the community corner, because we have a question that says, hey, you should share your thoughts on Wind Waker. Give us your retrospective. So we'll talk about that in the community corner segment. So let's, before we hit that up, let's move to now the Nintendo news. And in today's Nintendo news, there's not a lot to talk about. In fact, it was like that scene in The Grinch where he's clearing out the house and he finds like a little crumb. He's like, there's not even a crumb big enough for a mouse. That is the news this week. It is morsels of news. Let's talk about the eShop is back up after outages on Christmas Day. This happens every year. It's not too wild of a thing, but keep it in mind for next year. Share with family, friends, relatives, everybody you know that is picking up Nintendo Switches for the holidays next year, that if you get the Switch
downloads
for your kids or for whoever, open it up well before Christmas and start it up. Get all of the get the games that you're going to be getting them, get those in and download everything. Just make sure the system is set up and ready to go, because what a bummer it is. Every year there are these kids that on Christmas get their brand new Switch, they open it up and they can't even play the games that they got because they're digital only games and they have to download the stuff, or games require an update. You can save some hassle and some headache by getting physical versus digital. Usually you can play something at that point. You just typically won't be playing like the latest version. It's something I don't like about moving into the more digital age is things like this. I mean, have you heard about the Final Fantasy Online? They stopped selling it.
Actually, I had not heard about that.
Yeah, I mean,
As
this
I do
has
not
nothing to.
follow
This is
non-Nintendo
Yeah, this is
news.
non-Tendo right here. But they actually stopped selling the game because the queues are so ridiculously crazy at this point that people can't get into the game. And it's like, well, we don't want to sell it to you if you can't actually play it. And
Invested some more servers and
there's
stuff.
literally nothing they can do at this point. I mean, they could get more servers in. They even were using their development servers. I mean, the people behind the game are doing everything that they can with the resources they have immediately available. The game is crazy successful. That's just like this. It's that kind of thing when we're in a full digital age. It sucks, you know. We didn't have this problem with the N64, with the Game Boy.
Yeah, you just
got
have
it, and you're
to
just
blow
like,
on them for 5 minutes.
you
to
pop
get
it
them to
in,
work.
and you got the game. Yeah. It's a bit of a bummer. So just keep it in mind for next year. Anybody you're getting a Switch for, or that you know will be getting a Switch for as gifts, let them know. I mean, just be like, hey, you might not know this. That is not common knowledge, even among gamers. I'd say it is not common knowledge. So yeah, it's back though. You can get on there. You can get all the stuff you want to get. And speaking of stuff you want to get, Fortnite Winterfest rewards are almost finished. That is right. I believe those go till January 5th or 6th, but you can open up almost all of the presents that you get, and those are totally free. So even if you don't have a battle pass, you haven't paid for anything in Fortnite, as long as you have an account, you can go in and get these Winterfest rewards, including 2 free costumes and some gliders, some pickaxes, stickers, all them goody goods in the Fortnite Christmas Lodge. Yeah. We have a happy birthday to Sandals Jesus in the chat from Sean Capri. Thanks for being here. It is not Micah's birthday. Micah's birthday. Yeah, that's
the original.
Yeah, but not the original. But if you want to know when, shout out to the OG. This is a sacrilegious Christmas podcast here. If you do want to keep track of when Micah's birthday is, you can do that by hopping on to the My Nintendo Rewards and getting the brand new 2022 calendar for 400 silver coins. That's right. It's
not that many.
It's got Nintendo people on it. I sound like I know so much what I'm talking about. I sound like a Nintendo podcaster, don't I? It's got Nintendo people on it. It's a really nice looking little calendar. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually does look really
I think
nice.
It's really little though. It's 6x6.
Well, yeah, that's
calendar.
real small.
It's like a little cube you got to put on the side.
But it's still cool.
It is cool. And that does it for the news this week. Like I said, it's a very light news week in Nintendo.
And it's actually kind of cool because it looks like it says like 13 calendar pieces, and the stand, it seems like the pages or whatever are all separate.
Yeah.
So you swap them out. So I feel like that's kind of cool because then you can like hang them up around if you want, at least after the fact or something. I don't know.
Oh, and I don't know if
cool.
I don't know if we mentioned this last episode, but the Hylian Shield Nintendo reward.
Oh yeah, the phone. Well, I don't even know what they call those.
Sorry about that. Actually, that's out of stock. It's gone already. So if you blinked, you missed it. But there are other rewards up, like Team Galactic phone holder, Super Mario Golf tag is back in stock. What? That's old news, man. Yeah, they've been restocking stuff there. Check back if you missed out on it. We did have someone in our Discord say that the quality on that phone ring was kind of cheap, so you didn't miss out on much if you missed it. There you go. And that does it for Nintendo news items. So, Micah, with that, we don't have anything to talk about in the rumor mill. Nothing at all. So let's move to the last segment of our show, which is the Community Corner. Wow, we're here in the Community Corner where we talk about community-submitted questions and topics. And if you want to submit questions, topics, you can follow us on all our social medias. Links to those will be in the description. We'll shout them out where we're at specifically at the end of the show. Or you can join up our Discord, where we get most of these come from our Discord and our amazing Discord community where everybody was hopping on Christmas, wishing each other Merry Christmases. We were not the only ones to get a Lego set. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully a lot of kids got those. And a lot of grown-ups, too. It's not just for kids, okay?
I wonder if more kids or more grown-ups got them.
Hey.
Be interested in the breakdown
My brother got the Lego NES for Christmas.
Oh, I mean, that one's so cool.
Sean Capri says he got so much Lego. So much Lego. And it's for the kids, I'm sure, Sean. For the kids. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun gift. My brother's looking forward to putting his together. I told him that the Mario was actually compatible with it. He's like, I had no idea. So you can put the Mario on the NES and it does stuff to make noises for the game. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little gift. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to answer some community questions, and then we'll give a retrospective on Wind Waker. K9 Cantina asks, what was your best Nintendo-related Christmas present ever? Do you have an answer for this one, Micah?
My memory is so bad that I don't particularly remember what I got things for.
Okay.
I mean, I've gotten a lot of great gifts. I don't really remember if they were for Christmas.
I remember specifically getting Animal Crossing Wild World, and I believe that was the year I also got a Nintendo DS, and I think that was probably my best Nintendo-related Christmas present ever. It was so fun. My siblings and I all got our own DS and our own copy of that game.
That reminds me, I think I've mentioned this before, but back in the day, me and my siblings, we got a couple of Game Boy Colors and some games, including 2 copies of Super Mario Deluxe. I'm pretty sure that was Christmas, so that was a blast.
You know, I watched back to Super Mario Deluxe, and because Cosmic Speedrunner I watched was playing it. And holy cow, it is not the same game as the original. The camera is zoomed in like crazy
really?
far. Yeah, and you can like move the camera by like hitting different buttons. I don't remember that either. I remember it being exactly the same. It is not.
I remember there being like a bunch of, I think they added in extra like red coins to collect as a challenge for each level. And there's an invisible Yoshi block or something like that in each level.
Oh,
I don't know if it like a Yoshi came out. I'm pretty sure it was Yoshi like egg colored and like color scheme and whatnot. But I'm pretty sure that it was like invisible.
I do remember that.
Crazy.
I do remember that. Yeah, some Yoshi blocks.
So I feel like we got pretty close to like getting all of those things, but I don't think we probably didn't get that close with the invisible blocks.
Man, I just. My mind was blown watching it because I was like, how did I play this? It is so unbelievably difficult because it's zoomed in a little too far, I'd say. Like, you like can't see what's coming up on the screen. But what a weird...
You're supposed to just remember from the original.
Yeah, what a weird change to have made. I guess it just didn't fit on the screen in a way that would make sense. It would be like really small Mario. He'd be like 2 pixels. So let's get that version of the original Mario Bros. Where Mario is just a single pixel. It's like the Atari Mario. Was Mario on the Atari? It was not on the Atari. Mario Bros. Was not Super Mario Bros. But like the
just in the sewer.
The sewer one, yeah.
Cow block.
I can't remember
those Koopas.
Yeah, that was definitely like arcade and on the Atari. Yeah, so best Christmas related present, and then an honorable mention shout out to the year we got a Wii for Christmas, and that was the Christmas after most people got a Wii. So, okay, so I grew up in a divorced parents situation, so going between two houses. We got a Wii the Christmas that it was hard to get at my dad's, and we got a Wii the following Christmas at my mom's. So, and I remember both of those distinctly being really awesome. Wii Sports was the bomb diggity. My parents both decided individually in their new marriages to get us Wii's because they were active systems. They were like, "Ooh." We skipped the GameCube generation. I mean, I've made that pretty clear.
It was a mistake.
Yeah, it was. I missed out on.
I've never fully forgiven you.
I missed out on some really great games. I was a kid. I was a kid still. Wasn't buying my own game systems. Yeah, I don't know why we skipped. My parents weren't. They fell out of gaming on the Super Nintendo era, and then skipped to the Wii there when they were like, "Oh, this is active. Our kids will play this and be healthy.
They'll play that tennis, jumping around and swinging."
And then in reality, we're like sitting on the couch, like, yeah, super lounging. But we went all in on the bowling. That's for sure. We stood for bowling. Nobody sits and bowls.
You have to stand for bowling.
Listen, if you're sitting and playing Wii bowling, then you're a failure. We stood for bowling. That should be a t-shirt. Oh man, what a time we had. Yeah, and you're not a failure if you sat and played Wii bowling.
In fact, it's might even be more impressive if you're able to sit while playing Wii bowling.
For real. So yeah, thanks for the question, K9. And then he has a couple more questions for us. Actually, all our questions this week come from K9, who is a superstar in our Discord.
Real MVP for Community Corner this week.
So I mean, if anybody in chat wants to ask us a question, feel free. We got time. Yeah. But we also could do a shorter episode. It'd be a happy Christmas present for Micah. I like long episodes. I don't like them too long, but you know how it goes here.
I just have some guests inside because they're kind of snowed in. They couldn't go visit their family today.
Oh yeah, you got snow. You got snow. How much snow did you get?
Oh yeah, pretty much. I mean, not that much. It's probably about 4 inches, which is quite a bit for us. What does that mean?
Well, then how are they snowed in?
Hey, it's 4 inches. It's 4 inches, and their parents. It gets colder over there, even though it's only like 30 minutes away. Okay. So they have like 6 inches. But I mean,
whoa! In chat, we got Sean Capri. It is -35. Ah! Sean, it is.
Why do you live there?
It is 73 degrees today. Where I'm at.
I gotta check.
Oh my goodness.
It's 19 right now here.
19?
I think the coldest weather I've ever been in is like -9. That was in Idaho once. It might not even -9. I think it was like -9 to like -17 with wind chill. But I feel like once you get into the negatives, everything just feels the same.
That's true.
From my I think experiences.
Yeah, once you hit like 12 degrees and below, it doesn't really feel different whether it's -40
cold is cold
or it's 10. Yeah, you're just like, it's cold.
Have you ever been in -40 though? Because I can't really prove this theory of mine.
I'm trying to think of the lowest I've been in. I think I've been down to the -20s.
Where was that?
That was also in Idaho.
Was it?
Yeah.
I feel like it seemed pretty mild every time I was there.
It's because we bring the heat. That's right.
Yeah. Well, it's just my sandal wearing attitude.
Yeah, you're like,
nature felt bad for me.
Yeah, okay. Micah, seriously, we went to college in Idaho, right? Both of us at the same time. And Micah wore sandals in the snow. He is dedicated to the sandal wearing craft.
You don't have to walk that far in the snow. You drive to the parking lot.
Yeah. This is where Sean comes in and he's like, sandal Jesus. That's Micah.
Plus, I'm pretty sure eventually you just get like so many mild cases of frostbite that your toes just stop feeling things. So
not
that's
recommended.
Not true. My toes sometimes get very cold.
Not recommended.
But I think I've just reached a zen. Like right now, my feet are actually so cold feeling. It feels like they're just black holes sucking all the heat out of this room. But you reach the zen where you just don't care.
Okay, so we're gonna pause here for a quick fire question from Sean Capri. Also, if you haven't checked out Sean Capri, just look him up. He's everywhere. He's podcasting like every day. Seems like. I think he's on break for Christmas, but he deserves it. Sean Capri asks, "Is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe bad or real Brad? Real Brad?
Real Brad?
Is it real Brad?
Real Brad game?
Is this a real Brad game? What does that mean? Isn't Brad? Didn't we have Brad as like a joke for like blaming for things going wrong in Jackbox? Like."
What?
Thanks, Brad. It was like
this?
I guess not. That was just me.
I don't remember this.
It's the new.
You're just playing Jackbox by yourself.
Yeah, by myself. Like, oh,
thanks, Brad. You gotta do things like that when you're playing by yourself.
Okay, well, this is so derailed. The question is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe bad or real bad? Listen, I think the deluxe version is worse than the original. That is for sure.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think I played the deluxe. So
the deluxe dropped Yellow Toad. They're like, we're letting you go. We only have 4 slots in this game, and those are now being filled by Toadette and Nabbit.
So they just don't, do they not have any Toad besides Toadette?
You can play Blue Toad.
What's the difference between Blue Toad and Yellow Toad?
I don't
Who
know.
Cares?
But the 4th person cannot be Yellow Toad. The 4th person has to be Toadette or Nabbit.
Can the 3rd person be Yellow Toad?
No.
Oh.
So it's Mario, Luigi.
Are they like specific?
Toad and Toad, but that one Toad was cut.
Okay, I mean, come on, y'all. It's a Yellow Toad. It's the same thing as a Blue Toad, but yellow.
I'm just.
Nobody even cares. Nobody even likes Yellow Toad. Blue Toad is clearly superior.
That's true. Blue Toad is better.
I mean, come on now.
Blue Toad is better. But here's the thing. Toadette and Nabbit are both easy characters. Like kitty characters. Like the one you give to your little brother. Because Toadette has the Super Crown item exclusive to Toadette. Unless you go online, then you can look up Super Crown, any Mario character, and you will get horrifying results. Don't do it. But Toadette, Super Crown turns into Peachette. Peachette? Is that's the proper term?
I don't remember.
And she has a glide, and it's very easy to play as. And then Nabbit just straight up can't die. Like, enemies do not hurt Nabbit. I think he just vaults over him. So that's a bit of a bummer that someone has to play as the little kid character, but Nintendo's like, listen, if you're playing with 4 people, one of them better be 6, okay?
Yeah, one of them better be a child.
You cannot play with 4 adults. Stop. So I don't like that, and then you lose out on the gamepad player.
That's fair enough with the abilities of the person being different.
Yeah.
Like that.
You lose out on the gamepad as a 5th man, which I don't know if you remember that, but you can play like putting the platforms on.
Yeah, that was awesome. The best part is, you're about to jump over a hole? Denied.
Yeah, you could.
Doink. That was the best part, just trying to kill the people as they made it to the end of the level. Good times.
Yeah.
That is how that was post Murder Man Micah nickname, wasn't it?
No, you did that during Murder Man Micah. Yeah. Murder Man Micah. So I would say it's worse than the original, but it isn't bad.
I mean, that's not their fault with the gamepad, though.
Right. Yeah, you know that. I don't know. I feel like for the deluxe, they should have just made it you could play with like 8 players. Can you imagine how chaotic that would be and how different that game would have been received? Like, people would have loved that.
Just do the same reveal like they did for Smash. You can use 5 people, but you can actually play with 6 people. Psych, it's 8 people.
Yeah, and it just is it gonna stop? Yeah. And
that was a great review.
I think that Super Mario Bros. U came at a too saturated time for the new Super Mario Bros. Series. Like, they really just had too many in that art style. They needed to change it up. And it also came at the same time as Mario Maker and Mario Maker 2. Like, come on. Why would you buy
it well enough?
Why would you buy a new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe when Mario Maker 2 exists? That's the question.
It is kind of a good question. But I mean, I feel like the game was enjoyable enough. I do think it was definitely among the weaker.
Sean says he regrets buying Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Really? Even on sale? Wow. Yeah, well, Mario 3D World is all you need. Mario 3D World is all you need. If you have that itch for 4-player Mario game, yeah, Mario 3D World is the way to go. Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury on the Switch. That's the one to get. I still think there is some value to Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. I think it is a great 2D Mario to introduce to a new player to Mario, which they do exist. they do exist in the form of children and in the form of adults that have lived under rocks their whole life and never played a Mario game before, right? Or maybe they played the original ones and they have not been into gaming and have just gotten into it. Like, it's there for that. But there are better Mario games on the Switch, for sure. You know what I want, Micah? I want a full 2D Mario game in the art style that they used for Mario Maker 2 3D World. Man, that is so hard to say. So in Mario Maker 2, you can make 3D World themed levels, right? And it uses this like nice HD 2D graphic style. That I think a full game with that art style would be really cool.
I think that one has the most fun like mechanics.
Yeah, it adds the long jump, the crouch, and the back flip. Like, it adds 3D elements, but on the 2D side of things.
That one's fun. There's a lot of cool things that you can do making levels.
Let's get a full game. Let's get a full game in that style. Yep. So hopping back over to K9's questions. He's got 2 more for us, so let's answer this first one here. What are you hoping for most from Nintendo in 2022? Let me just get this out of the way here. For me and Micah both, we're hoping that
very carefully
Breath of the Wild 2 does not get delayed. That's the biggest thing. that is the biggest thing we're hoping for. And for me, and then for Micah, the biggest thing is going to be Metroid Prime 4. Right?
Oh, yeah, Metroid Prime, not even necessarily Metroid Prime 4, because I don't think that's coming out this next year, but a Metroid Prime 4 trailer that shows some actual gameplay.
Really? You have gotten very realistic here with your expectations. I'm proud of you. You know,
I've been beaten down for too long.
Yeah,
it's just too hard.
You know, what are you hoping for most from Nintendo in 2022? A January 1st Breath of the Wild 2 release date, obviously,
or maybe just a Metroid Prime 4 placeholder reveal. Just it says Prime 4, and that's it. They redo their reveal from like 4 years ago.
Metroid Prime 4 2.
It's in development. Yeah, or 2.
It's the second Metroid Prime 4 in the Metroid Prime 4 series.
I mean, I'd be pretty hyped to learn Breath of the Wild is coming a little earlier than holiday, but
I don't think it's
doubtful.
happening. We're getting Legends Arceus in January, so no big title in January, and then
Kirby in spring.
Which
I've been waiting for like a 3D Kirby for a while, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Advance Wars rebooted in March, I believe. It might be April. So it's looking less and less likely that Breath of the Wild will be coming early. Because they're not going to be eating their own sales by putting... I mean, as soon as Breath of the Wild comes out, whatever else they had
by the wayside
in the release pipeline is like gone for the next little bit. Like, hey, sorry, you've been eaten by Zelda.
Yeah, and isn't Splatoon 3 coming out? That is next year, right?
That's
Or is
next
that
year, but no
okay?
no
It's
time
like
frame on that one
no
yet.
time frame at all. Oh, for some reason, I was thinking around summer.
But we could be
I don't know
looking at
why.
next year, Micah, that like we get a major release from Nintendo almost every month. Is how it's looking with how many things they have announced, because we
But
have
next
that.
year's looking good.
Yeah, I feel like I just need to like quickly look up the 2022 lineup, because we also have Bayonetta 3 coming next year.
What?
Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. I am excited for that one. Although I'll wait 6 months and get it on sale for like $15.
Yeah, because you know that one will be, because it's a Ubisoft game.
Yeah,
It will
'cause
go,
I think I got the
it will
first
go
one
on
for
sale.
it was maybe $20 with all the DLC. That was, I
And
really
then
enjoyed that.
and then this isn't a game, but we also got in December the Mario Bros. Movie. So
True.
I mean, that's already a lot of stuff announced. Like, then there could be even more coming. I this list here that I'm looking at doesn't even have Advance Wars rebooted in the list. Oh, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, forgot about that already too. Triangle Strategy, forgot about that. Yep. There's so many things already. Like, what is happening here? Yeah.
Should be a good year.
It's going to be a good year. So, okay, so let's get back to Kanek's question though. What are you hoping for most from Nintendo in 2022 besides those like the big title, Metroid Prime and Zelda for us?
I mean, I feel like I'm practically getting everything. I want some cool, unannounced project to come to light that is also coming up next year.
Year of Donkey Kong.
That 3D Donkey Kong.
I'm
4D Donkey Kong.
I'm ready
They
for
really want to step it up.
I'm ready for the next Mario game, I think. Like 3D Mario. I know a lot of people are like, boo, oversaturated Mario, but really it's been a long time.
Just kidding.
It's been a long time since Mario Odyssey. And since then we've gotten 3D World, but that was a port. Bowser's Fury was pretty cool, but very short. Mm-hmm.
Rhymes.
I want Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever the follow-up to that is. Mario Odyssey is so fun. It is such a good game.
Is.
And it's definitely my favorite Mario game of all time. Followed very closely by Super Mario World on the SNES, but yeah, I just love all the movement and the
movement's so fun.
Worlds in that game. They're just, everything about it is just really good. Yeah. Schlimtor says he wants to see Super Mario 64 remade, like full remake, ground up in a in Mario Odyssey engine would be very cool. Yeah, that would actually be very rad. I'd be down for that. I'm also, so like I said earlier, I am hoping that we just get a big release from Nintendo like every month. My wallet probably isn't hopeful for that, but I'm hopeful for it. I think I'd be down for that. Maybe another secret wish is we get Mario Strikers 3.
Oh yeah.
And I can't go an episode without wishing for a Wii Sports something. Like, come on, just do it. You got it's a Joy-Con, could be used to bowl. It could be used to play tennis. It could do all the things. It wants to be Wii Sports so bad. Look at it. Just look at it. It wants to be Wii Sports. That's all I have to say. Wii Sports. All right, Micah, you got anything else you want to throw out here and while we're Christmas wish listing?
I feel like there are so many good things coming out, and then you mentioned pretty much everything else I could think of. A good new Star Fox would be great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Because I mean, I did enjoy Star Fox Zero. I did feel like it was a little short. I wish there was more to it. But it did come with Star Fox Guard, and that was pretty fun.
I do have that. I haven't played that. I should try that one out.
The Guard, or
Yeah, I got Star Fox Guard.
I mean, I feel like you could make some sort of
like
multiplayer
10
out of that, and it'd
cents.
be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be pretty cool. Last question here from K9 says, any New Year's resolutions? Micah, what do you got?
Buy more games. Be in a position to be able to buy more games. That's my New Year's resolution.
You know, I was going to look, because I posted on Twitter last year that we had New Year's resolutions, and I mean, I don't know an easy way to go back on Twitter to see those, but I know one of them was to have 1,000 followers on something, and we did not hit that.
It's bold.
But we actually built quite a big following by comparison to where we were when I made that goal. This last year, our growth was like, we like quadrupled our following. I'm not even on. No, I'm like trying to scroll down really far so I can see if I can find it. I should be able to find it pretty easily because it would be at the end of the year. So it was to have 1,000 hours or something, and then another one that I definitely did not do. I mean, I still got some time technically, but is to play
4 days.
Paper Mario 1,000-Year Door.
Yeah, you dirtbag. You still haven't done that one.
You dirtbag. I get called out.
I mean, you practically have a GameCube now, right?
No.
Oh yeah, you don't have a Wii. That's right.
I've just got a Wii U. Yeah, it's one that I want to play. I think what we're gonna have to do is maybe next year, because you're coming to visit Florida next Christmas.
You want me to bring my GameCube down?
Bring the whole thing, man. Let's do it. Let's stream it like a Christmas event.
And then you can play Metroid Prime again. Yeah, good plan. Or maybe Luigi's Mansion.
Man, it could just be a Micah makes Andros play all the games.
The greatest games in the world.
And we could actually do reversal, and I could have you play the Super Nintendo games.
Oh no, that's
you have played a lot of those though. You came over like, how did this happen in high school? Micah came over and I was like, oh yeah, check out the Super Nintendo, and we played Super Nintendo games. I went over to Micah's house way more than he went to mine, and he never was like, let's play the GameCube. To be fair, at the time it was like, when we went to Micah's house, it was Smash Bros. Brawl. That was it. That was what we played
all day, every day. Plus, all my favorite GameCube games are single player. I got
whereas
amount of GoldenEye. That was actually pretty
Super
decent.
Nintendo. It was like 2-player games were all the rage. You know.
Yeah.
I am close to where
I mostly just remember Total Carnage. I'll buy you for $1.
Total Carnage was a good time. Man, I want to play another game like that. That's got like the top-down directional shooter.
Yeah.
I can't think of like a modern game that's done that.
I'm trying to think. Last time, I think it was you, me, and Eli. Last time all three of us were together, I'm pretty sure we played. Actually, you might not have been there. This might have been with someone else. This might have been me, Lincoln, and Eli. Now that I think about it.
Wow.
Or the PS5 or something, they had some demo of a game or something that was like that. It was pretty fun.
I found our resolutions finally. That took me a while, but while we've been talking, I've just been scrolling. 1,000 followers. I said not platform specific.
We might be kind of close if you total all of them up.
That's what I was gonna say. Actually, if we totaled our following on across all our social media, I think we may have. I'll do that totaling, not right now. I can't do that while talking, but there. I want to get, so this year the goal is 1,000 on a single thing, on a single platform, and we are super close to 200 on Twitch. We are we've got our Discord has grown quite a bit. Our Twitter has a pretty good following, so there's a lot of different spots. TikTok has also grown quite a bit. Started that this year. Start a Twitch/YouTube stream for show and gaming. Success! Mark that
Did
one!
we do that like right away?
No. I don't think
We've not been doing.
We have only been streaming for the past like 5 months, Micah.
Huh. It feels like longer.
It feels like it feels like we've been doing this forever. Yeah. So we started Twitch. We started a Twitch and then started a YouTube channel, and we've been posting pretty regularly to both of those. Well, Twitch, we're streaming 3 times a week now. Dang. So that's cool. We marked that one off. Have more guests, other content creators, and we definitely have. We started getting it was really cool when we started getting requests from people to come onto our show that we had not met before, and that has happened more and more. We've also reached out and met some just absolutely amazing people in the indie podcast space and the indie streaming space, and yeah, it's been really cool. We're gonna have more guests on for sure. I had the goal at one point to have a guest every single week, but the more I've gone, I actually really enjoy just doing the podcast, Micah and I. And one of the reasons we wanted to do lots of guests was to help grow our audience, because it's mutually beneficial to collaborate with other podcasters and other creators to go, hey, you have your unique audience, we have our unique audience. If we cross-pollinate, at least some of those people will be interested in sticking with the person.
Hopefully not just jump ship.
They just bail. They're like, Nintendo pals,
Okay, peace
I'm
out,
done.
Nintendo pals.
We have left.
Thanks for showing me this way better podcast.
We have left for the Nintendo Drive. Sorry about that. No, the hope is that there will be like cross-pollination and growth all around. And at the beginning of the show, those episodes were the ones that got the most listens and views of the podcast. And now actually it's reversed a little bit. When we have guests, our views go down a little bit. Versus when they go, I don't know why. I don't know why. People just want to just hear us, Micah, which is cool. But also we've got some really cool guests coming on. So definitely
Sure.
don't miss out on those episodes just because we had a guest. Because we don't let them take over, you know what I'm saying? We keep them in line. We keep them in line here. What am I even trying to say? We have met some. Sean, I take over. Sean's a little different. You know. He single-handedly takes over all podcasting. Like, I mean, if you think of podcasting, you think of Sean, right? That's how it goes. Thanks for being here in chat, by the way, Sean. Appreciate you being here. He's snowed in. He can't really go anywhere. He can't really go anywhere.
Start taking over just from chat.
Yeah. Oh, what is he doing? Impressive work. And then
you actually went outside when it was negative 35 degrees? But why? What could have possibly been so important?
I have listened to a podcast before. I believe it was on Nintendo Shack where Sean was in the chat and then just jumped into the call and jumped in to host in the podcast with It's like, he is just, what a guy, Sean Capri. Definitely check out his stuff. Fantastic. And then last New Year's resolution was play Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. So, Micah, I think each of us needs to have a game that we will be playing. Let's do this right now. I've got a tweet pulled up that we're going to say our New Year's resolutions right now. We're committing to this right now. So what game are you going to complete this year?
I'm going to not complete Jump King. Does that count as a New Year's resolution? I will not be playing that game.
I don't know. I feel like you won't hit that. I feel like I'm going to go for it and hit it, and
refuse.
you're going to hit.
You wish. You wish so hard.
No, give me a game that you want.
So terrible.
That you want to play, that you know you should play and have not played yet.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm not one of those people that just doesn't play really good games. Cue everyone in chat mentioning Monster Hunter and Xenoblade. The Discord. Or Fire Emblem.
Or Fire Emblem. Or like, everything that isn't Mario and Zelda. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I get...
So we're gonna get 1,000 followers on a single thing, on a single platform. That is a goal we are setting.
Maybe you say 1001, so it's like higher than last year's. So
well,
sounds
no.
more impressive.
It was 1,000 followers.
Oh yeah,
that was just in general.
Yeah.
Which I still am a little doubtful that we hit. I mean, because on most of those platforms, it's K9 on every single platform. It's solo something on every single platform. Yeah, exactly. So like counts for like 12 of the 1,000. We appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody that does go out and like us on all the platforms. Appreciate that. But yeah, 1,000 followers on a single platform. Man, Micah, let's be bold here. Let's be absolutely bold and say we're gonna go for partner status on Twitch.
Oh.
Now that is going to be difficult, but we got a year.
Doesn't that require like more than 1,000 followers?
Yeah, no, it does not. It just requires an average viewership of 75 or more.
Oh, okay. I thought it was that and like 1,000 or something.
No, you don't have to have 1,000 followers.
But I feel like,
it would definitely help.
1,000 before 75.
Yes. Oh man, we got a point redemption for snack time. Thank goodness, I'm hungry, man. Time to open up the cookie Hershey bar sleeve. Yeah. So speaking of Twitch, we do have rewards on our Twitch channel. We turn most of them off for the podcast, but if you're watching us when we're playing games, you can get
delicious.
Did you eat that cookie?
Yeah, that cookie piece, quite tasty.
But you can get us to play the saxophone, and we have like several music ones.
And they are so loud.
Show off.
At least they have been for me.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to turn those down. Anyways, partner status on Twitch is another goal we've got. And then for me, I think I'm gonna do. I don't want to do Paper Mario 1000 Year Door again because I know I'm going to next year. We have at least guaranteed that. I think, Mike. I think we put down Majora's Mask complete. We complete.
Oh, that doesn't count. That one's too easy.
Is it?
Of course you're going to complete that. You don't have to make a resolution as long as it comes out.
To complete it.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got in mind? You got a game you want me to play?
Echo the Dolphin.
Not a chance. There's no way I could complete that.
Oh, come on. You could complete Echo the Dolphin.
No way. It's so hard.
It's like a 20-year-old game. It can't be that difficult. It has little codes that jump you to levels and stuff.
I heard of this new thing, Micah. It's called Soul Link Nuzlocke. And you play Nuzlocke 2-player.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, it is. Because
I don't even know how that works yet. And it sounds terrible.
Each route, you can only catch the one Pokemon that you beat first. And if Oh gosh, the recommendation in
Nah,
chat: to
nah.
100% Dark Souls remastered.
No, thank you.
You have it, Micah. You could.
I technically could.
If your Pokemon, so if your Pokemon dies from that route, the second player, that Pokemon for them dies as well. So we like have like shared life. So if in a battle in a Nuzlocke I lose my starter, even though you were able to beat the gym that I lost at, your starter would also die. It would be excruciating and hilarious. I feel like us streaming that would be so fun.
I feel like I would just wait until you were almost done with the game, and then I'd go through and catch these Pokemon and just have them die. As you're at like the Elite Four. You're like, I'm doing it, I'm facing the champion, and I'm just like, all my Pokemon are dying. They're dead now.
Oh, that would be absolutely horrible. I feel like that would be a really fun one for you and I to like co-stream.
You got a Pokemon Crystal?
No.
I don't know how I'd stream that.
No. We get you Pokemon Brilliant Diamond.
I'll just show it like this. Oh no, it stopped.
Like just hold up your camera to it.
Yeah. How good does this look, guys? It died again. Yeah, it needs new batteries.
Okay, I'm putting that down as our game New Year's resolution because it's
Celeste. You have to at least get to the last DLC for Celeste.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, cool. Okay, how about you have to beat Quap by actually running?
No,
that's a short
That's
one.
not even Nintendo. Is Quap on the Switch? It's
No,
close. All right. So, any content creation goals you want to set? I mean, this is our time. This is our time here. We're like just making these goals live. No, you got nothing.
I mean, you put me on the spot. Yeah, nothing's coming to mind that I'm like, that's something we should definitely try and do. Besides becoming millionaires, and I feel like it's a little early to make that New Year's resolution.
A little early to make that a goal.
Maybe next year.
All right. Well, we'll have.
My New Year's resolution is actually just convince you to play through Echo the Dolphin.
Convince Andros to play Echo the Dolphin. I'm writing it down. I'm trying to think of a game that you haven't played that I really want you to play that I played, and I can't think of one except for Plock, but you have played that. You just didn't finish it.
And it just wasn't very good. No offense.
You don't even remember.
Yeah, I remember throwing boomerang things. I'm like, wow, this platforming is lame.
Oh, that's why you didn't like it?
Give me some Sonic, yo. I'd even take Sonic over Plock.
That is like fighting words, man. We'll take this off. We'll take this off stream.
First three Sonic
we'll take
games
this off
pretty
stream.
Good.
I mean, Sonic's okay. He's okay.
Have you
this
played
is a
any
Nintendo
of the original
podcast.
Sonic games?
Yes, I have. Yes,
to
I
completion?
have. No, because he's okay. Because Sonic is okay. That's how I feel about Sonic. You know what? I have completed that Sonic, the Sonic movie. I watched the whole movie.
Man, you like that though?
Yeah. Chat, we got Sonic 1 is trash, 2 and 3 and CD are all great.
What's that Sonic racing game? It's not.
Where they surf? Or Sonic Racing? Literally
no
Sonic
surfing,
Racing with the cars.
Running. No, they're just running.
Oh, which one? Yeah,
I was like, is that Sonic CD?
I have no idea. There are so many racing games with Sonic in it.
It at least has the Metal Sonic from Sonic CD. Yeah,
why isn't
it does.
Sonic?
That is a different one.
Why
yeah.
isn't Sonic in Mario Kart? They should put him in Mario Kart. He's in that's like
Sonic R.
you've got that
sounds right.
one friend in your friend group that
Oh yeah.
invite to everything, but you always forget about. Like, that's what Sonic is to Mario and crew. Mario's like, oh yeah, let's call up Luigi, let's call up Peach, let's call up Goomba, let's call up Bowser, Wario, we'll call up all our friends. Let's go kart racing, y'all. And then they all get there, and then someone's like, well, wait, whoa, did someone invite Sonic? And they're like, oh dang, forgot to invite Sonic. And then they call up Sonic and bring him. Like, that he should be DLC for Mario Kart. That's how Sonic fits
He doesn't
into
even
the
have
Mario.
a cart though. He just runs. He has shoes that you equip.
Oh, okay. This has gone off the rails, I think, far enough. This has been a fun episode, Micah. This has been an episode. Okay, let's go real quick here. To end up, this is our New Year's resolutions. We are going to reach 1,000 followers on a single platform. We are going to hit partner status on Twitch. We're going to do a Soul Link Nuzlocke, and Micah is going to convince Andros to play through Echo the Dolphin.
And beat it. You can't give up halfway through, yo.
Yeah, you're going... The goal is you're going to... I should actually put try to convince
there
Andros
is no
to
try,
play through Echo
only
the
do.
Dolphin. And yeah, I'm going to hit this year's New Year's resolution next year of playing Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. And, you know, if we're have a track record here, we hit about half of our goals from last year. So if we could do that again, then we're in pretty great state.
Yeah.
I'd say. I'm hoping that the half we hit is 1,000 followers and partner status. That's the half that I want.
Well, I know we're definitely hitting convince Andros to play Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah.
So I'll murder you.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that one to help the stats.
It's worth it.
It's so worth it to not play.
Worth it to make you play it.
And with that, Micah, I think we'll wrap up the show here.
Whoa. What about this retrospective on Wind Waker?
Oh my gosh,
You're
Micah.
trying to get out of it.
No, I
Blondie
wasn't.
was
I
about
just
to come here and
forgot because
murder you.
I had the notes down to post our New Year's resolution, which is going live now. New Year's resolution. Okay, let's talk about Wind Waker, my guy. Wind Waker. What a game. I had an absolute blast playing through Wind Waker for the first time ever over this last couple months. Yeah, I would say about 2 months, streaming about once a week. And really fun to do it over stream because we had some absolutely fantastic viewers that were helping out throughout the entire playthrough. And Micah was there sometimes. He was not one of those.
Yeah.
He was not one of those fantastic viewers that was there for the whole thing.
Wow. We like to stream right during my pickleball time.
So here's currently Wind Waker is still sitting for me as the 4th best Zelda. And I think I need to go back and play the top 3. Specifically the top 2 that are not Breath of the Wild. And for me, that is
Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess. In reverse order, potentially.
Yeah, Twilight Princess is my second favorite Zelda, and Ocarina of Time is my 3rd. So I feel like I need to go back and play them so that I have the recency and not
so
the
you can
nostalgia.
Be like, wow, Ocarina of Time really isn't as good as I remember.
Who knows? Maybe that will happen. But I don't think it will. I think it will. I think it'll hold up. We'll see though. And
you gotta play through not glitching your way through. You gotta play through all legit.
Yeah. That's the hard part. Is I'm just so good at that game. It's like, no, just kidding. I was actually very bad at Wind Waker. There were a lot of points where I struggled to complete the puzzles and do the things I needed to do correctly without help. So let's talk retrospectively about Wind Waker, and you. I mean, you pitch in your thoughts too because you have played through it this year again. Do you have any points in it that like let's talk the low points first. So do you have any points in it for you that you feel like are things knocks against it? Because I want to end it. I want to end it with all the positive because I mean,
'cause it's a perfect game.
I feel like 90% is positive. I have to say, but I do have some gripes against it.
Yeah, the only thing, I mean, the gathering the Triforce shards wasn't the most fun,
No.
but
Here's the thing, though. I have such a weird relationship with the Triforce Gathering quest. First off, I'm doing the easier version because they made it easier in the Wii U, and I still didn't like it. But there were elements of it that I thought were so good. Like the cave battle where you're going through the different levels and hitting all the enemies, and there's like special puzzles you have to solve. But if I wasn't using a guide, that would have taken me so long to figure out in game what I was supposed to do because it is not very clear. And a lot of those things were very difficult to get, like side quest wise. You had to do lots of steps, and then you got a chart. You didn't even get the piece. You just got a chart that you had to go. So I feel like that would have been cool for an extra item, not a story relevant needed to get this item. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you get the Fierce Deity mask in Wind Waker, is doing the Fierce Deity piece quest. Like, that would have been better if it was like some special item that you got that made the end game like crazy easy. That would have been fun. Because I mean, that's Majora's Mask, which I have not played, but I know that if you collect all the masks, you get a special powerful mask that makes the boss significantly easier. And you kind of have to do it because you don't have to, but it's like part of the game to go and get that. I feel like if they had done that for the Wind Waker Triforce quest, they had just made some like really cool sword or special costume. I think in Breath of the Wild, if you do all the shrines, you get the special Link outfit.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that would have been way better than what they did. Because it was cool, but it felt so tedious to progress the story with that, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're supposed to just use it as an excuse to explore, which I feel like you doing on stream, you didn't do as much exploring as you potentially would have.
Yeah, because I was trying to keep the stream engaging, I guess, and like move the story. You're right. You're right.
That's part of the fun, just seeing an island somewhere and going and see what's going on with it. Potentially doing a little puzzle.
I am at a point in life where that isn't as fun for me. I don't think like it's fun, but I just don't have the time. If I had like unlimited time to play games, I would be more into that kind of thing. I want to I just want to progress in the plot and get done, you know? Even if I'm having a really fun time with the game, I don't want it to like overstay its welcome because I have so many other things I want to play. But I think if I had played this in its heyday, for sure. Like, and any other negatives you want to talk about?
Oh, that's pretty much it.
I felt like the enemies were a little too easy.
I feel like the enemies in most cases, I mean, they're easy, but they're generally a lot of them at times. I think the problem is they never did like any damage. They always do like half a heart or a quarter of a heart, and you have like so much health.
Yeah,
I think if they did more damage, it would have been.
The only time I even got remotely close to dying was in the final fight with Ganon. That was the only time. The whole segment of climbing up the tower at the end, spoilers, I guess, but you defeat Puppet, Ganon, and then He's like, meet
That
me
was
at the top of
awesome.
the tower, and you have to like climb the whole tower. That was like, I wish I could have just got to the top. It felt like
What?
such a weird break because you have all these phases of boss fights, and then it's silence and climbing ropes for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's awesome. You're swinging so high up above
It's
the area you're just fighting.
it's something. It's something, and if you
How
fall
dare you?
off, it's really
Well,
something.
don't fall off.
Yeah.
But real quick, but during one of the phases, I kind of mentioned this before, so I kind of already know your answer, but I want everyone else to know your answer. But during one of the phases of Puppet Ganon, there's a point where you could look at the water at your feet to see a reflection of when a boss is, I think it's a spider one, is about to like drop on your head. And that was super cool.
I didn't know
But
that.
you decided to not do that. And
I-
it was a real big bummer for me to find out.
I just looked up at it.
Yeah, but it looks up and you're like, oh, it looks kind of weird. You can't like fully see it on the screen. If you look down, you just see like it perfectly, the reflection. And there's some ripples. It's so cool.
How about that moment in the last dungeon where the puzzle is like follow the swords?
Oh, that was great. That's like my favorite puzzle in that game.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I brute forced it.
You ended up brute forcing it?
I had no idea. I didn't figure it out. No. And I was like, guys,
something about the swords point you to the path or something like that.
Yeah, so I picked up the sword and hit every door. And I was like, oh, that one made a slightly different noise. Is that how I do? And somehow that worked.
I'm assuming someone told you?
Nobody told me until I was done. Nobody told me that I was supposed to let the swords fall and that they pointed to the door that I was supposed to go to.
It's such a good puzzle.
So I literally brute forced my way through that puzzle. And then found out after that I was absolutely a dum-dum and did that wrong. Good time. Man.
But you have to at least say the combat in that game is so good.
Excellent. Just like this chocolate I'm eating. So good. It's like... Okay. So many elements of this game feel like this is the game that came out right before Breath of the Wild and not Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess. Because you had the open... So I'm moving to the positives here. I don't really have anything else negative to say about the game. The open world like exploration of the overworld feels very reminiscent of Breath of the Wild. The 3D camera movement, which, why the heck did they get rid of that? I mean, I know why they got rid of it. It's limitations of the Wii and the Wii U. There was not a second joystick. There wasn't a second joystick. So back to Z-Target camera controls. Did they add a 3D camera for Twilight Princess HD? I wonder. I don't know if they did.
I don't remember, actually. I haven't played it, so...
Yeah, I haven't played that one. I actually am going to be on the lookout for that one because, you know, is it ever coming to Switch? Please. Please come, because I would rather play it there, but whatever. The combat is so much closer to Breath of the Wild than any other Zelda. For sure. Breath of the Wild's probably the only thing that can beat it as far as combat goes. I'd say.
I feel like I'm getting back to a little bit on Ocarina of Time, but I feel like in Ocarina of Time, you like learn what an enemy does, and it's like the same thing every time. Essentially, you just learn the pattern and you know what to do. I feel like in Wind Waker, it's a lot more dynamic because they throw in lots of different enemies at you sometimes, and they don't all just like wait their turn to fight. They all try and hit you sometimes at the same time. Sometimes they hit each other.
The mix of them. Oh yeah, when they hit each other. Oh, that's
like the best. And I feel like in Wind Waker, to not get hit, sometimes you have to rely more on some of your other items in unique ways, like throwing in some bombs to soften them up or something, or stun a couple enemies before.
Yeah.
You can stun some of them with your hammer by just slamming the ground.
Yeah, there's like a lot of like stuff that you, and it makes good use of the items. Although there were certain items where it's like, I haven't used this since the dungeon I got it from, which I think Zelda suffers from a lot. Breath of the Wild doesn't have that problem. Feels like everything is useful all the time.
Yeah, because they just replace them for like Magnesis, not Magnesis specifically, but the ruins. I don't know why Magnesis came out.
What Magnesis? They just replace
Yeah,
all
I
of
was
them
like,
with
oh, no.
Magnesis.
That's it.
Yeah,
I mean, I never really used boomerangs in that game, I guess.
as boomerangs. I use boomerangs all the time as swords, though.
Yeah, some of them were pretty good.
Yeah, they actually were. The boomerang as a boomerang is actually pretty cool too. But yeah, you
Yeah.
just never think to do that because it's the only one that does that. I guess there's throwing spears as well. Anyway, Wind Waker combat is excellent. There's so much you can actually like do with just a single button. But here's the problem with it, though, is like we were talking about, the enemies felt a little too weak. It felt like I could just mash my way through it, and
you didn't really have to use all these fancy techniques.
Yeah, I kind of wished that they had these systems in play and they made them more integrated to the gameplay than they did, instead of just becoming button mashy.
Well, that means you just got to start over on
that's
the hard mode.
You see that though in Skyward Sword, where they're like, now the enemies all have the ability to block, and you have to actually aim your swings. Something like that in Wind Waker might have been good. Not a blocking thing because it's not motion controls, but like certain types of attacks are effective against certain types of enemies, so that you're actually changing those up instead of just mashing the attack button.
Yeah. Did you ever end up with like a combo you'd use most often?
No, I most of the time just mashed the button.
You didn't take advantage.
I didn't.
Because there's some combos where you do like a couple spin attacks in it, which is really good for fighting swarms of enemies. But then there are other ones that are better at fighting single targets, because you don't spend all that time spinning in a circle attacking the nothingness behind you.
I
only swap between like two, essentially.
I used the bow a lot. I used the bow actually quite a bit. That came very late. If it had come earlier,
I don't remember if you could even move in the original while having the bow out. Can't remember if that's just a.
Oh man, that's a game changer if it's not in the original, because that was a lot of fun. Enemy designs, the world design, the world building, and the lore, everything about it's very good. It's a very well done Zelda. Zelda herself is kind of lame. Tetra is the bomb diggity. Tetra is awesome. And then poof, becomes Zelda, becomes useless. It's like,
and then helps you in the final battle. Spoiler alert.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like Wind Waker Zelda is practically the same thing as Ocarina of Time Zelda.
Oh, I'm not saying that Zelda's better in other
they're both lame.
In other games. Breath of the Wild Zelda's, I think, is very...
Alter ego Zeldas are always better than Zelda.
It's kind
Except, I would say, Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild Zelda is so well written, and she's just a good character. Yeah. It's a Zelda you want to go save, and not one that you're just like, this is the obligatory princess at the end of the game. All of them, yeah. But Wind Waker definitely shook it up with the Tetra thing. Tetra didn't look anything like Zelda. I mean, I knew that it was Zelda because this game's like...
Because you're a big cheater.
10,
you look things
15 years old. But that's how it goes. And can I just say that the ending segment of the game, the final fight with Ganondorf, so good, so epic. I mean, just jump and stab the guy right in the forehead. He was very talkative, way more so than other Ganondorfs. I didn't like his design at first, but after playing the game, I like his design. I think it fits the art style really well. It is kind of
a little jarring.
He looks like a bad guy or a character that would be in like Samurai Jack. That's the vibes I get.
I can see that.
And yeah, his like double sword. He was cool. I feel like if you see him not in the game, you're like, ooh, that's like an ugly looking Ganondorf. What the heck? But in the game, it fits so well. He's he's very. I don't know. He's an actual character that he like
Doesn't
says
just
things
yell
like
every once in a while and try and stab you.
yeah, he's like, your gods have
Or laugh.
betrayed you. He's like, we're just all pawns in this game, and you're like, what the heck is he talking about? But, I mean, if you know like all the Zelda stuff like I do, it's like, whoa, this is really cool. But like Link is like, even his
like,
Link's
with
face,
your confused face,
yeah, Link's
the
face,
huge eyes.
yeah. Half the time Ganondorf's talking, he's like, what is this guy talking about? Reincarnation? What? So it was really cool in that regard. Can we talk about how this game was not well received when it first came out?
Well, yeah,
what on earth was wrong with these people?
People
Why
hated the art style.
Why?
It's for kids.
It's so good. It looks great. It has aged very well. And even I just don't understand how anybody could have problems with that. Now, I
mean, it's the same thing with like Fortnite being kind of colorful and things. People are like, "Oh, it's for kids."
You people need to stop. You're like,
just
come on.
Things are colorful, and I mean, to be fair, it is kind of cartoony, fairly cartoony, but
yeah.
Still...
I mean, people were so jazzed for Twilight Princess to go with the more gritty, dark art style, and between the two, Wind Waker's probably aged better. Although I need to play through Twilight Princess HD. I like that art style. I like Twilight Princess's art style. I'm not saying that, but I just don't see a problem with Wind Waker's art style at all.
It needs at least some color every once in a while to spruce things up.
I just don't get it, and I feel like too many people slept on an amazing game because they were like, "This one's for babies." Like, yeah, you should have played it because you would have enjoyed it. It might be your favorite. Now, let me also point out that everybody I know that loves Wind Waker is a die-hard fan of Wind Waker. Okay, like everyone, like Wind Waker's the best Zelda, and there is no convincing otherwise. It's not just Micah. It is our buddy Dan.
It is every reasonable person who has played Wind Waker.
It's we have Blondie in chat. There were several people that were like, Wind Waker's the best Zelda. Like, don't you love the? And I'm just like, listen, I think it's a great game. Is it the best Zelda? I don't know about that.
Thank you, best.
But it's pretty good. It's up there.
It's like straight up the prototype of Breath of the Wild for me.
I think it definitely fits in where it sits in our top, in our Zelda ranking list, being tied for second with Ocarina of Time. I think it fits as being up there because, yeah, like I said, it feels like the predecessor to Breath of the Wild more than Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess do. It's not quite as open as it seems. I think the overworld is extremely open. Once you get into the actual dungeons, they're very linear. But I don't know. I kind of like
still
it.
Pretty cool.
I really like them.
Like the path to them. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I enjoyed. A lot of people say they like the dungeons more in Ocarina of Time, but I think most of the dungeons from Wind Waker I enjoyed more than Ocarina of Time. Well, I mean, there are some good dungeons in Ocarina of Time. Oh.
Yeah. So, what do I don't score games, but if I did, this would be like a 10 for what it is. You know, it's a great game. It's probably like the best 3D Zelda to play if Breath of the Wild was your first one, to go back and then play Wind Waker. At least that's what I'm saying at this exact moment. Just because it just is so fun to go out and explore. There are certain things that I think hold it back just a little bit. Like I said, that Triforce fetch quest.
And I mean, you talked about how there's some, like, the order of things was sometimes kind of confusing. You didn't know what to do.
Yep.
But let's all remember Jabu Jabu in Ocarina of Time. Didn't that stop you from beating the game for like 7 years?
6 years, yeah.
Yeah,
6 years,
so
but I didn't know what to do. Yeah. I mean,
most Zelda games have that
Yes.
especially the early ones a little bit.
Yeah,
So
it's in this transitional period for Zelda where it's like it's not easy. It's not Skyward Sword where Fi
they don't
jumps
tell
out
you
every
exactly
5
where to
seconds
go.
to
Like,
tell you where to go next. But it's not the original Legend of Zelda on the NES. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, just to be fair, when I replayed Wind Waker, it had been so long that there were a couple times where I'm like, I do not remember what I'm supposed to do here at all.
Yeah.
And they don't offer too much guidance. Fortunately, I actually kept like a notepad thing of like the islands I'd visited and like the items I needed to visit those and what I suspected I would get there. So I actually
Something
really
like
enjoyed doing
that.
that. I like read some. If they had that in game or something, that would have been
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes. And you know, Breath of the Wild does that perfectly. I mean, everything. You have the whole quest log, and then you have an extremely detailed map that you can leave all these different symbols with markers on, and it gives you everything you need right out the gate. And that's where Breath of the Wild, I think, takes the cake as best Zelda because of that. I mean, you're not going to not have what you need to solve a problem. Where in Wind Waker, that can happen a lot. You get to an island and you're like, I can't do anything on this island because I don't have the item yet. And some of those items are like late game. The hook shot, that's like one of the last things you get. And you need that for so many things. Oh, and you know, some people really like that. I felt like because of the openness, and I could go to that, but I couldn't do anything there. That's a little frustrating, you know? Like, you get there and you're like, well, this was a waste of time. And you can't even mark it on the map. Like you said, you have to keep a separate list.
Yeah. Yeah, I had, like, the grid. I made, like, 1, 2, 3, ABC and whatnot. I made a grid system.
The Wii U actually had a great opportunity to do that with the HD version because the map is there built into the gamepad, but they didn't. They didn't do anything like that. They didn't put a marker system in. But, oh well.
They learned from that kind of mistake.
Like, are you?
Not necessarily a mistake, and then
here's the question, though: are you proud of me for beating this game? Finally, all these years later. No, I'm not proud.
I'm mostly just disappointed it took this long.
Oh wow, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Classic Micah dad.
I don't know if I'm necessarily proud of you because I mean, once you start playing, you'd realize it's a great game. You'd have to finish it. I'm just happy for you.
Wow,
that you were finally able to experience this game.
The real Christmas gift. The real Christmas gift was the Zelda games we played along the way. And with that ends our episode here. Thanks so much for listening. If you want to support the show, you can do so by hopping onto any of our social media platforms and giving us a follow, a thumbs up and liking and hearts and subs, all the positivity energies that you can do by clicking all those little buttons. Do it because it's great. It really helps us out. Yeah. We are on Twitter at Nintendo Pals. We are on Twitch, Nintendo_Pals. We are on Instagram, Nintendo Pals Podcast, and TikTok, Nintendo Pals Podcast. I think that's it. Oh, we are also on YouTube, and we are very close to hitting that 100 subs on YouTube. So please go over and give us a sub over on YouTube. That would be a fantastic end of the year, little Christmas present for us. And we are going to continue to just keep pumping content out to our YouTube channel with almost weekly videos. So stay tuned for that. And hope your Christmas was amazing and that coming into the new year, you have a fantastic time. And with that, Micah, you want to give us a closing remark?
Yeah, just give a little early Happy New Year's and good luck with your resolutions.
Yeah. Talk to y'all next week.